Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. I'm Renuga Murugan, here to explain the corruption in Malaysian context. What is corruption? Let's put it simply, the corruption is a form of dishonesty or a criminal offense committed by a person or organization entrusted with a position of authority in order to obtain illicit benefits or abuse the power for personal gain. Corruption can take many forms, including bribery and embezzlement. Government or political corruption occurs when a public official or other government employee acts in an official capacity for personal gain. The main reason for corruption is that some people are willing to use illegal means to maximize personal or corporate gain. However, for these people to become involved in corrupt activity, conditions must exist that do not prevent or discourage them from doing so.
Hi madam, my name is Om Prakash. Today I want to present about the types of the corruptions. The first corruption is petty corruption. It is because petty corruption is the lowest form of corruption. After that, the second corruption is grand corruption. It is because grand corruption defined as corruptions occurring at the highest levels of the government in a way. Additionally, the third corruption is systematic corruption. Systemic corruption means instances of corrupt conduct which may or may not constitute serious corruptions. The fourth corruption is public corruption. Public corruption involves a breach of public trust and abuse of position by federal. Finally, the corruption is private sector. It is because private corruption affects the entire supply chain as it distorts markets, undermines competition. As continuously, I want to explain about the example of corruptions. For example, dual roles in imperfect standards discount competitiveness. Government agencies bid on one of their services. The stakeholder of the company that provides the service in question is a public procurement officer of a government agency. According to this, briefs come in many forms. To explain, general contractors operating in the construction sector are constantly winning public work contracts in the competitive bidding process due to their very low prices. Moreover, in the case of discriminations, its purpose is not justified. For explanation, a company is looking for a new expert or one of its departments. This area is highly competitive and organizations receive hundreds of applications each year. According to this, the example of population transfer to business life weakens credibility. She is also a strong supporter of private entrepreneurs and their public interest. Revolving door personal phenomenon refers to this method of moving people back and forth between public and private sector duties.
Hi, myself Divashni Jeevaraja and I am going to present about causes of corruption. Many causes lead to corruption. According to SUMA 2018, corruption trends are heavily influenced by the political and economic environment. Individuals are willing to give compensation to escape restrictions where officials are allowed to decide based on the discretion under the regulation. Besides that, the lack of professional ethics and deficiency laws can regulate corruption. It also leads to be a lack of accountability and supervisory institutions. Other than that, habits, customs, traditions and demography can cause corruption. That various countries have different attitudes toward corruption. Then there are different customs as well. In some cases, a thank you in the form of service gift is expression of countries, and elsewhere it is considered corruption.
Hello madam, I'm Kauslia here. Today, I'm going to present about the corruption rank in Malaysia. The bar chart shows Malaysia's corruption rank according to the years from 2012 to 2020. The corruption rate has become higher starting in the year of 2014 and it showed a huge turnover in the year of 2018. And it has increased back to 57 in the year of 2020. As we know, corruption is caused by a lack of governance, integrity, accountability and transparency, which is known as GIAT. And these elements are indeed the essential ingredients for tackling and fighting corruption. With these 5 steps, we can do something more meaningful on International Anti-Corruption Day on 9th December towards a corruption-free society, which is by educating the people about the government's responsibilities to be corruption-free. Equal and fair justice for all is a crucial element for Malaysia's stability and growth, ensuring that future generations of citizens are brought up in a corruption-free environment foster economic stability by enforcing zero tolerance practices towards corruption, and develop a transparent, open, and fair business community as the cornerstone of strong corporate governance and democracy.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself first. My name is Janani Murusuri Maran. So the last one is conclusion for the corruption in Malaysia. Corruption is a difficult problem to solve. It's similar to diabetes in that it can only be managed, not cured. It may not be possible to totally eradicate corruption at all levels, but it is possible to keep it within acceptable bounds. The most significant prescription for combating corruption may be honest and dedicated people in public life as well as control over electoral spending. Because we are the only reason why corruption is so prevalent in Malaysia, I choose the phrase, we the common man are the solution. We are the ones who make it possible for corruption to thrive. We are complicit in corruption, which is why it exists. Because we are the only ones who elect ministers in Malaysia who promote corruption. Corruption is the most important issue in Malaysia, not just because of public opinion, but also because of the serious damage it had caused. While the government has made significant progress in combating corruption, it can and must do more. Everyone from political leaders to members of the public is a stakeholder in the fight against corruption, which affects everyone. Only by involving everyone in the fight against corruption will Malaysia be able to put an end to this illness. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.